Okay,
Hey,
I
Basil.
started recording.
Why'd you only say hi to me?
Uh,
Why a weirdo? What a weirdo, man.
Okay.
Okay, I started recording. Okay, so in an international competition, participants can answer questions in only one of the three following languages: Portuguese, Mandarin, or Hindi. 80 participants took part in the competition. The number of participants answering in Portuguese, Mandarin, or Hindi is shown in the table. Okay, state the number of boys who answered in Portuguese. So that's pretty simple. It's boys right here, Portuguese right here. So basically match it up, and it's 20 boys. Yeah. Okay, a boy is chosen at random. Find the probability that the boy answered questions in Hindi. Okay, so since we are looking at only the boys, we would take the total would be 43. So that would be the denominator. And then since the condition is that he answered questions in Hindi, it would be 5 as the numerator. So the answer would be 5 over 43. Or you could also put that into fraction form. So, I mean, decimal form. So that would be 5 over, that would be 0.116279.
Yeah, same thing.
Give me 1 second, guys.
What test do you have tomorrow, Basil?
I have theater first. I mean, I already finished theater. It's pretty easy, but then I have math right after. I'm only worried about Wednesday. I have Spanish and bio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tell me how Spanish.
Okay.
Probably go pretty easily. I mean, she said we don't have to study. You just have to
I got you, Doc.
You have Spanish tomorrow?
No, he's French.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. 1C. 2 girls are selected at random. Calculate the probability that one girl answered questions in Mandarin and the other answered questions in Hindi. Okay. So how we would solve this?
This question really confused me at first, but after she explained it, it made a lot more sense.
Got it. Okay. So basically the condition is first is we're only focusing on the girls, right? So that would be out of 37, right? So it says calculate the probability that one girl answered questions and then the next one answered in Hindi. So basically what you would do was first we're looking at Mandarin, right? So it would be 7 over 37. That would be the first fraction you have. Here, let me draw it out if I can do that. Okay, draw. Okay. So it would be, shit. Oh, okay. It would be, what the heck? Sorry, my computer's acting up. Okay, let me see if it works now. What?
Wait, what's wrong?
I'm sorry, no, whenever I'm trying to draw, it keeps taking my, you know what, I'll just explain it because it's not working. Okay, so basically the first fraction you would have for this question would be 7 over 37 because you're looking at Mandarin and you're looking at out of girls, right? So and then it's saying the next girl answered in Hindi, right? So since you already have one girl who answered in Mandarin, the next denominator is going to be 36. So since we're looking at now Hindi, we would be looking at 12, but instead of being out of 37, it would be out of 36. So it would be at the moment 7 over 36 times 12 over 36, right? And then you want to do the opposite way, right? So now you want to start off with the girl answering in Hindi and then answering in Mandarin, right? So first you would look at Hindi, and then since it's 37 girls in total, there would be 12 out of 37. And then since one girl is taken away, since we already accounted for her, we would then look at Mandarin. So it'd be 7 out of 36. So now your final equation should be 7 over 36 times 12 over 36 plus 12 over 37 times 7 over 36. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I would try it for you, but my computer is not working with me right now. So aggravating.
Yeah, so you get 0.126. Yeah.
Here, one sec. Oh my.
Are you on Mac right now?
Yeah.
I think there's like some kind of option where you can just highlight like a specific page and just write on it, right?
Yeah, I would, but like I don't know, it's so weird. Like it's like it keeps dragging me out, but you know what? That's fine. Okay. Crap, it's pissing me off. Okay. Next question. Consider the following Venn diagrams. Write down an expression and set notation for the shaded region represented by diagram 1. So diagram 1 would be, it would just be A naught. So how we represent A naught would be A and then the little apostrophe. The reason why it's A naught is because we're looking at everything is shaded except A. So that's why it would be A naught. Also, like another way to like figure this out would be U minus A. That would also be accepted according to the mark scheme. Stop me if anything's confusing. I could try my best to explain it. Okay, next. 2B. Write down an expression and set notation for the shaded region represented by diagram 2. Okay, so this would be C intersection D prime. So it's when it's intersection, that means like something that two of them share, like just the one thing two of them share. So because C intersection D prime. So since the inside circle is D and C circle, like since D circle is not shaded and C circle is shaded, it would be C intersection D naught because D is not shaded. So this little area right here would be C intersection D prime. Hope that makes sense. Or you could also say it as D prime. So D naught intersection is intersection C. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Diagram 3. Write down an expression. So for this one, it would be, okay, so this one would be E intersection F. E intersection F. Oh, give me 1 second. Sorry, y'all. So for this one, it would be parentheses E intersection F close parentheses, because actually, Alan, do you know what this one is? Wait, confused. Like, do you know how to explain it?
Which one?
Diagram 3.
Okay. Okay. So for diagram 3, it'd be, what is it? So the things that shaded is E intersection F, so that middle portion, and then what else is shaded is the G circle. So it'd be parentheses E intersection F close parentheses union G, and that's what it'd be.
Yeah. Okay. I see it now. So it's E intersection F because if you're not looking at this G circle that's circled in, you could see that the middle is shaded in, which means intersection. And then why it's union G, so it's because all of G is shaded in. So the final answer would be parentheses E intersection F close parentheses union G. I'm not able to write down the answers, but the answers are on her mark scheme posted. And if you can't access that, text me and I'll send it to you.
Okay,
Okay.
so wait,
Yeah.
whenever it says union, it includes everything in the set, right? So
yeah, everything from both sets.
okay, so if it was C union D for diagram 2, that would just be all like everything inside the circle.
Everything would be shaded in.
Okay.
Yep.
And intersection is just what they both have similar.
Yeah, only what they both have similar.
So if it was C intersection D, that would just be D shaded?
C intersection D, C intersection D. Could you ask that again? Sorry.
If it was C intersection D,
Yeah.
it would just be the D circle.
Yeah,
shaded,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. It would be D
Okay.
circle shaded because that's what they both share in common. Yeah. Okay. 2D. Alan, do you think you can annotate the screen? Here, let me enable it. Is it enabled for everyone?
Don't think so. Yeah, I can't annotate.
You can't?
No.
Oh, dang it. Okay. All right. 2D. Shade on the Venn diagram the region represented by H union I
Prime.
Okay.
That'd just be everything but H. and I.
Everything not H union of I. So yeah, this is pretty simple. So basically, you know how H union I is basically all of H and all of I? Everything that's not the circles is outside. So this whole outside portion would be shaded in. Not bad. Okay. Oh, if anyone's watching this, I would go back to your test 4 and review like the matching problem we had, because that would really help you with the test. Okay. 2E. Shade on the Venn diagram the region represented by the set J intersection K. So yeah, this is exactly what Basil was talking about earlier. What does J and K have in common? It would be this tiny circle and tiny. It would be the circle in the center. So just this circle would be shaded in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Okay. A bag contains 3 green balls and 3 white balls. 2 balls are selected at random without replacement. Complete the following tree diagram. All right. Okay. So since like when they brought yeah, that should be fine. Sorry, y'all. Okay, so when they branch out, they need to add up to like they need to like equal whole like one whole. So you see how like 5/8 plus 3/8 equals 8/8, which is 1. So the same concept applies to each individual section. So for example, this would be 3/7 because 4/7 plus 3/7 equals 7/7, which is 1. And then okay, Alan, do you know how to explain how to find the bottom section ones?
Sure. Okay. So you see how like in the first white section it's like 3/8, and so for the second white section it'd be 2/7, because if you already take one white out, probably taking another one would be 2/7, and then when you have 7 here, you would know that the green would have to be 5/7.
Yeah. Is there any order in which you need to put it? Because I've seen sometimes. Wait, I'm pretty sure this is actually the document that says it.
I think it does depend if I understand what you're asking. I think it does, like I think it matters where you put it. Like
because yeah, in the mark scheme it says on the top where the green is, white green, it says 5/7.
Oh.
So
yeah. What? No, that's what Alan said. So you know how they have 3/8 for white, right, in the beginning?
Yeah.
So if you take away one white ball, that would be
2/7.
Okay, so basically each direction you're going in is you're taking the color of the ball that's shown. So you know how in the first section there's green, right?
Yeah.
So you would take away one green ball, which would give you 4/7, and based on that green ball, you would get your white.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So just to recap, so since there's 3/8 white here, you're taking one white ball away. So it would be 2/7 here, which would automatically mean that there would be 5/7 for green.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. Okay, so that's it for 3A.
How am I learning this now?
No, I'm learning it too by just explaining it to myself. Yeah. Okay. 3B. Find the probability that exactly one of the selected balls is green. Okay. So I think this was on test 4, but if I remember, okay. So we are going to be looking at 5/8 times 3/7. Okay, yeah. So basically they're asking, find the probability that exactly one of the selected balls is green. So that means the combination could be green and green, green and white, white and green. Like, do you understand that?
Wait, no, on the in the solution thing, it actually meant
it's only
1.
Oh, okay. So 5/8 green, and that's green and white, and then 3/8. Oh yeah, okay, that was my bad. I literally contradicted myself. Okay, so starting over. you would have a combination of green and white or white and green. Okay, so first you would start off on your top section because it's given to you. So you would do 5/8. And then since it's only asking for the probability that one of the selected balls are green, you have to look at the opposite color, which is white. So since we determined it was 3/7, it would be your first little operation would be 5/8 times 3/7, right? And then you would go down to the second branch. And since you don't want, since it's not asking for white, it's asking for one green, you have to do 3/8 times, what is it? 5/7. So that's your second operation. So your final little equation would be 5/8 multiplied by 3/7 plus 3/8 multiplied by 5/7. And then you would solve for the fraction. You would just solve right across, and then you would get the fraction, and then you would add it up. And if it does allow you to simplify, then that, yeah. So since the final answer was 30/56, you could simplify that to 15/28. And if you are watching this, I would recommend having the mark scheme open because none of the answers are being written down. That's just the easiest. Okay. Okay. A group of 20 students traveled to a gymnastics tournament together. Their ages in years are given in the following table. Okay. For the students in this group, find the mean age. Oh, okay. So since we can use our calculator, there's no need to do it all by hand. But you would just basically take your calculator, go to L1, and then put in, yes, okay. So since frequency is always a y variable, just keep that in mind because I know in like some of our cognitive quizzes, she switched them, like it was switched to confuse us. So always make sure that you're putting the frequency in the y section. Okay, so basically you would put the age in the L1, so 14 through 22. I mean, based on the numbers that are here. And then for frequency, you would put that in L2. So after you do that, you would press stat, calc, and then 1-bar stats. Make sure your lists are in the same and in the right area. So like, for example, if you put L1 and L2 for your like age and frequency, make sure for list it says L1 and for frequency list there says L2. And then you would calculate, and then you should, and then what mean is on your calculator, it's the very first value. It's X over bar. It's X barred. So you would get 17.5. Okay.
Would they ever ask for standard deviation or something like that?
Yes. If they do ask for standard deviation, that is the fifth value on your calculator. That's like the OX. All right. Okay. Oh wait, but I think for, oh, never mind. Okay, you could solve it to check your answer, but I think to earn the points, you need to write it down.
Right, with the standard deviation.
Because that's M1.
Okay.
So basically to write it down. Okay, yeah. So basically to write it down, you would do, it would be like 14 times 1 plus 15 times 2 plus 16 times 7. So you're multiplying the age by its frequency. And then you would count up your frequency, which would get you 20. That would be your denominator. So it would be like every single thing you're multiplying and adding over the denominator. And then you would get to do that to show your work, because that is one of the points. You get 2 points for this question, and showing your work, showing the mean formula is one of those points. So don't forget to do that. Okay, 4B. For the students in this group, write down the median age. Okay, so same deal. For me, I think if I were to, like, if I was on a test and I needed to show my work, oh, actually, no, that would be wasting time. Since it's only 1 mark, you just need to write down the median age. I think on your test, it will tell you if it's 1 mark or 2 marks. So based on that, you could like determine, do I need to show my work? So for this same deal, you would just, based on the calculator, based on what you just calculated, you would just press the arrow to go down, and it's the value that says median, MED, and then you would have 16.5. That's pretty simple.
Wait, how would you get the second point when doing the mean age if you put it into your calculator?
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So for the mean age, you want to write down the, okay, so basically the formula is, it would be like X times Y plus X times Y plus X times Y. So for example, like the first couple numbers would be 14 times 1 plus 15 times 2 plus 16 times 7. So you just do that until you get all the numbers down, and you do that over 20. But instead of actually going through and solving that, you could just use your calculator and then say equals to 17.5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep. Okay. We got median. And then 4C, draw a box and whisker diagram for the students' ages on the following grid. Okay. Okay, so basically, based on the points, you know what? Let me put in my values real quick.
I can do this one if you want me.
Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so for the first thing we would need for the box and whisker plot is your minimum maximum. So in this case, your minimum is 14 and your maximum is 22. So you draw 2 dots at 14 and 22. And then usually, in this case, they give you what your lower quartile and upper quartile are. So you would draw a line at 16 and then a line at 18.5. And then you would draw another line at your mean, which is, no, not your mean, your median, which is what in this case was 16.5. So you would draw a line at 16.5, and then you would just kind of like make your fill it out. So just make your box and then connect it to your minimum maximum. But yeah.
Let me see if my annotation works now. Thank you by the way. Nope. Okay, that's nice.
Oh, wait,
Okay. Yeah. What's up?
I think it did. You drew something.
I know I do something, but every time I draw one thing, it just takes me to my desktop, like my home screen. I don't know why it does that. Okay. Clear all my drawings. Okay. So just to yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay. I can annotate now. Yay.
Here, try annotating. I'm holding the screen in place.
All right, so basically, you draw a dot at 14. Okay, well, that was made. And then, okay,
I can't really see it.
Did it not work?
I draw and then it disappears immediately.
Nice.
Oh.
Yep.
We have 10 minutes left. Oh, there you go.
And now it's back. Okay. But yeah, basically, your lower quartile is 16. Your upper quartile
it's working. Hey.
is 18 point. We'll say that that's somewhere around here. Your median would be 16.5. So that would be that line. Then you just connect it.
Oh Lord.
Make sure it's organized. Yeah, that would be your box and whisker plot.
Yes, that's actually not that bad, but yeah, exactly. So minimum would go all the way extend to the left, maximum extend to the right, and then the little box, the outside of the box, that would be your first quartile and third quartile, and then the line in the middle is median. So don't be thrown off if your line, your median isn't exactly in the middle, because I feel like that throws me off sometimes. I think I'm wrong, but you're really not. Now let me erase that.
Sticks.
Okay. Clear all drawings. This isn't actually that bad. I was really scared that I wouldn't be able to explain half the things, but it's actually not that bad.
Yeah,
the second worksheet was a little bit more difficult for me.
Really? Oh, it's because the intervals, the intervals, dude.
The intervals?
Yeah,
what was the intervals again?
The cumulative frequency, we couldn't figure out.
Right, yeah. I couldn't even read the graph anyway.
Exactly.
It was so small and spaced out.
Alan, could you start us off? I need to go do something real quick.
So basically, it's asking find the mean number of hours that the people surveyed watch television per week. So when it gives us this sort of scatter diagram, they'll usually give us some sort of equation. And so what you're going to do is you're going to find the mean age of people surveyed. And in this case, this was 50. And that's for this example. And you're just going to plug it in for A. And so when you calculate it, on your calculator, you should get 26. And that's going to be your mean number of hours that people surveyed watch television. And then,
all right.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep? If you want, you can do this whole question if you want. If you'd like.
You can go.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so based on exactly what Alan said, you make sure that, but let's say we get this question on the test, make sure you write out H equals 0.22 parentheses 50 plus 15, because since it's 2 marks, that plugging it in gives you one of the marks, gives you one of the points. Okay, so the final answer would be 26.2. One sec. Alan, do you see where on the mark scheme it says 26 and then somewhere else it says 26.2?
Yeah, I asked Miss Sinha, and that's a specific answer, and that's where like people who actually like looked at the points and like made.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, if you put 26, that's still going to be counted as correct.
Got it. Okay, got it. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, draw the regression line on the scatter diagram. Okay, so draw the regression line on the scatter diagram. Oh, Alan, do you know how to explain this?
Okay, I can try. So you know how we found like the mean age? So 50 would be your X value, and then whatever comes out would be your Y value. That'd be 26. So you would find 50 and 26. Let me see if I can annotate again. Nope, cancel. And okay, so we'll say that's somewhere around here. Right, and then you would plug in like a value like 0, and so that'd be 0 would be your X value, and then 15, because 0.22 times 0 is just 0, plus 15 be 15, so that would be that, and then you'd basically just draw a straight line through that, and that would be your regression line.
Yeah, exactly what Alan said. So even if, let's say, you get confused with like the X and Y and like, oh, I don't know where to start, but always know that with regression line, the plus B, that's your Y-intercept. Like plus 15, that's your Y-intercept. So if all goes wrong, go to 0, 15, start at the 15 and just draw a line. Just draw a line, like a diagonal line. I think that would work, right, Alan?
Yeah.
Well, if it's asking for a word problem, it says the answers like acceptable are like actual points that it crosses through. So
wait, please say that again. I'm sorry, I zoned
like
out.
like in the answer choices for the mark scheme, it says it gives like specific points.
Oh, okay, I see. Never mind. Regard everything I say. 0, 15. 0, 15 is one of the points, but exactly what Alan was saying before. So you need to use 5A to answer this question. Since 50, that's the X, you also need that point in this too. So the line needs to intersect 0, 15 and 50, 26. So exactly what Alan showed. So the line would be start at 0, 15. That would be on the y-axis, h-axis, and then it would also need to intersect 50 to 26. So it's really not that bad of a problem if you understand that, like A, you see how it's h equals 0.22a. A represents X, and then plus 15, that represents B. I mean, that represents Y. Hope that makes sense. Award at most, the line is not drawn with the calculator. Oh. Okay. You need a calculator to draw this? Okay. Anyways, moving on. By placing a tick in the correct box, determine which of the following statements is true. Okay. So the correlation between H and A is positive, yes, because it's going in the upwards and to the right. Correlation between H and A is negative. That is incorrect. It is not going downwards into the left, or either way, it's not going down. And then there's no correlation between H and A. That is not true because we established a correlation. And then Diogo is 18 years old. Give a reason why the regression line should not be used to estimate the number of hours Diogo watches television per week. Alan, do you know what this would be?
Yeah. Do you want to go, Basil?
Oh, am I allowed to?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Okay,
if you understand, go ahead.
So pretty much because Diogo is, we're gonna call him Diego for
okay,
convenience.
You have 2 minutes, by the way, so if you could like.
Oh, okay. So because he's
yeah.
18 years old, the entire data set, like the lowest age is 20 and above. So because Diogo is 18 years old, that's outside of the data set. So that would be considered an extrapolation.
Got it. Okay.
Extrapolation.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
It would be
Exactly.
not exact. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly what Basil said. Since we don't have the, you know how we're always giving like a chart with like the X values and the Y values, we don't have that. So instead you have to look at where the first data point is. And since that's above 20 and not anywhere near 18, it would be due to extrapolation. So that's exactly correct. Great. We finished this first review. Do you guys want to go through the second review in another
Yeah.
meeting?
Yeah, I think that would be good.
All right, I will start that meeting. All right, I will see y'all there then. Bye, y'all.
Bye.